I pulled at the handcuffs, desperate to grab his hands and make him touch me. With my head thrown back, I was out of my mind with desire when his hands left me again. I gave shameless pulses into the air, seeking Kirwan's fingers and finding nothing. To my shock, when I finally received full contact, it wasn't his hands, but his tongue on my clit. I cried and jerked, but Kirwan had already gripped my thighs, holding me down, keeping me spread wide. While his mouth worked my swollen clit, his fingers drove inside me, curling, finding that spot I liked deep within. The double assault was like a powerful drug to my system, taking over my brain, making my eyes roll back in my head. In less than 2 minutes of Kirwan's tongue sweeping my intimate regions, I was screaming my orgasm against the gag and bucking it into his skillful mouth. I pulled on the restraint so hard I was sure I'd bear marks the next day. I didn't care. I was still coming down from the waves of pleasure when Kirwan quickly unlocked my handcuffs. What's he doing? I wondered as he rolled me over, bent my arms behind my back, and refastened the cuffs. Grabbing my waist, Kirwan pulled my limp body to the side of the bed and planted my feet on the floor so that I was bent over it. He manhandled me with such ease. Just his maneuvering made me want another orgasm, and I ground into the mattress. Kirwan noticed, of course, and I could hear his grin as he asked, "Do you want more, Zarya?" More. Yes. Please, now. I longed to beg, but with my mouth gagged and my cheek pressed against the bedding, I only nodded furiously. Kirwan lined his erection up against my core, sliding it up and down, but not entering. I couldn't do anything but whimper and wiggle. "You want my cock, Zarya? Do you want me to fuck you while you're helpless?" Delicious heat burned low in my gut. I groaned my desire. "You're insatiable," Kirwan teased in my ear. "I love it." He continued the agonizing torture of running the tip of his erection against me until I thought I'd go mad for another climax. Finally, Kirwan impaled me, giving me the divine fullness I so loved. Reaching between the bed and my hips, his fingers found the spot I needed, rubbing while pistoning into me from behind. There was nowhere for me to go, no way to move my arms or use my mouth. I could do nothing but take his cock, and I loved it. As his motion sped, I knew he was close, and I didn't doubt that he knew my body well enough to know he'd brought me there too. Right before we climaxed, Kirwan leaned down and sucked hard on my neck. He bared his teeth to give me a bite, marking me as promised. The pain and possessiveness made me spasm like never before, and I came to the sounds of Kirwan's own groans in my ear. Spent, it took several minutes to come back to reality, and I was still wobbly. Uncuffing me, Kirwan rubbed my sore wrists. "Are you okay?" "More than, Kirwan," I whispered, mind curiously hazy.